So today we're going to do another reaction. Now, forewarning, the video was using a different camera. As you can tell, I have completely swapped to a different camera using for this, and this is the camera that I'm using filming all the rest of them and all of my face cam stuff from now on. So bear with this last video that's going to have this kind of camera being used. But let's get into it. So I did the Farina OST reaction, and it actually went pretty well. But there was one thing that I didn't like about that video, and that is that I've seen all of this stuff before. So you don't get like a pure reaction kind of thing. So for this one, I invited Mac, who is this nice VTuber model right here that you can see on my screen, who has not seen these before. So we're going to be reacting to this stuff together as a person that is newer to Genshin, well, returning to Genshin, and then somebody that plays Genshin a lot.
Hello, everybody. My name is Makanu, and yeah, I'm coming back into Genshin. You can say I'm newer. I acknowledge that I am new. I am newbie trash, and I am okay with that for the time being. Presently AR 35. To be fair, I was AR 26 when I returned, so it's been a sporadic upgrade. But yes, I am
You've
new.
done a lot.
I'm curious. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks now, I think. 2 weeks, and I've grinded 10 AR level, almost 10 AR levels, so it's good to get back into it. I hate that I'm addicted to it again, but here we are.
So for this video, we are going to be reacting to my fourth favorite Genshin OST, and that is going to be Arlecchino's OST.
You prick.
And that's why I didn't send you the link before.
I should have known when you didn't want to send me the link, but on the other hand, I'm okay with this. I kind of wanted to see their whole character thing, because for those who don't know, Arlecchino's coming back to the banner, and I am in the process of mass farming primos, because the moment I saw a scythe wielder, I'm like, oh, that's my wife. They're mine. They're going to be mine. Yeah, anything you want to fill me in on beforehand? Any lore bits that are really important?
No, so the good thing about these demos is that they give enough of a backstory without ruining any of the lore. So like anything that is not immediate information from the get-go is kind of left out of it.
Okay, Arlecchino. The thing about Arlecchino is from the moment I saw them, they gave me mega villain vibes. And I've been waiting for the reveal that they're going to be a boss fight somewhere down the line. But then when I looked at their story thing, because I've been looking through like the character story quest, apparently I'm not going to find any of that out until Archon Chapter 5, Part 4 or something, before I can even have access to that. So apparently they don't show up in my story for a while.
Yes, they Arlecchino is in Fontaine. That is where you meet her. So you have all of leeway to finish Inazuma, Sumeru, and then you get to Fontaine. I'm letting him control this video, by the way.
Yeah, I'll be the one in charge of pausing.
Legend has it that long ago,
Audio good?
nights were the den of dangers untold.
Like her voice.
The children would huddle at home and light the hearth, awaiting the adults' return.
Who did she piss off? Or who pissed her off? Oh, immediate moment here. We'll back up a second. The mellow piano to the dubstep drop. Beautiful. As somebody who has been listening to electrical music for a while, that
it's so good.
I love that effect. Yeah, no, that is fantastic. We'll go back 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I know I can do that with the keyboard. Come on. Fine, we'll do this. My keyboard's not cooperating with me. The eyes, the throat.
A spark cannot shatter all shadows until it sets all ablaze. Or else, to the other end of light, lie still bleak shades.
They knew what they were doing.
So, okay.
2 things.
Go ahead,
One,
and then I'm going to say
snap.
something. Yep.
The snap. Every character that actually has a snap effect to them are usually the most badass. Like, beyond a shadow of the doubt. 2, the spine details on their outfit is catching my attention right now. Like the almost jewel-like aesthetic of this going up her spine. But wait a minute. Hold up. Is it just me the way that her clothing looks, like this emanate starts at her spine, works her web. It almost looks like her fabric has chains going around the front of it.
I don't think there's chains going around the front of it, but it does look like that. But I don't think that there actually is chains going around the front of it.
From somebody that doesn't know anything about the character, if I was going on context clues alone, I would get the impression that this character was a kind of a prisoner to another deity, but we're not going to get too deep into that. Just where my brain immediately went when I saw that.
So just so you know, when she does her burst, she does do the snap in game.
I'm going to be using the burst a lot.
So I will sometimes, whenever I'm playing the game, and I did this with Arlecchino specifically, I'll turn off everything, but have like just the music and just the sound effects going. And there's this really good echoing snap that she does. It sounds so crisp. It's so good.
The characters that have that snap, the ones that do it properly, like the only time that's done well is when a character doesn't need to pretend they're a badass.
No, Arlecchino doesn't.
Your shit's about to get rocked, and you're not even going to see it happening until you hear the sound. And there's just somebody, like a bunch of bodies behind you.
It's so good. Her sound effects are so good in the game.
You had, not only did you give me somebody this character was made for me, there's Scythe Mommy.
Yep.
First off. 2, Snap. 3, dubstep. Like the glitch, I did think when I saw her glitching that dubstep kind of vibe was going to be a part of her music, but I wasn't positive because I didn't see her trailer. I was just my suspicion.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, there's the scythe. So a small moment. I haven't seen her combat very much, but I want to point out the way that she uses scythes. There are many different combat styles with scythe, and you wouldn't think there would be able to, but the way that she uses it, the one-handed style in particular, not only reminds me of Ruby, but kind of reminds me of a scythe wielder from a different franchise. Actually, no. It reminds me of back in the day, where my name comes from, Macanew, comes from .hack, and in the GU franchise, you had in the second game, you would attain the ability to use a Reaper's Scythe. And the combat styling with the after effects on each of your slashes was really like reminiscent of that. That weapon used a system called Weapon Arts instead of like, bursts or something. And one of them was like Crescent Moon, which was a series of large, wide slashes, and each one had an after effect that would still damage the enemy for a second when they were caught in it. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I got right there, and that just made me happy.
So the reason why she's also using it like that is she uses a pole arm. Like that's her actual normal weapon.
Yeah, if you have a subclass in the game.
Well, if you have her signature weapon, that's what it looks like. If you don't have her signature weapon, there's like an imposed scythe blade aura kind of on it.
Okay.
So like she will make any pole arm kind of look like a scythe, but if you want that scythe, only her signature weapon on her can look like that.
You're going to be helping me get that, just so you're aware.
That won't be a bad weapon banner to pull on, actually, because if you lose, you'll get Clarins, you'll get Absolution, which is just a really good stack stick. Actually, it would be a really good stack stick for Kaching.
Okay.
Because it gets a ton of crit damage on it.
Yeah, by the way, I just ascended, and now all the enemies go to level 71, 80-ish, and yeah, they're hitting pretty hard, and that's when I realized Barbara should probably be a little bit higher level than 40, and that's what led me on the mushroom hunt.
Yep, that's where you start getting to the point of, oh crap, I got to level a bunch of people now. Yes.
I need more heal. I'm doing good damage still. I can still nuke entire groups, but I need more heal.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm assuming a tragic backstory with the repeated image or the motif of children.
Kind of. I mean, it is, but it's also... The children matter.
I'm assuming she's haunted by them to some extent.
You're wrong on that one, actually.
to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed, for you have the strength to defend yourselves.
So my suspicion on right off the bat, my suspicion with the whole children haunting her thing, my assumptions they're dead. Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you want to know the answer? It's not necessarily a spoiler.
I'm going to run my theory by you, and then what you can do is tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
So in that scene where they were portraying her character, when the children were singing to her, there wasn't a pleasant expression. It was almost like an acknowledgement, and that's where my brain went was, she knows they're there. They're always with her. And that could be symbolic of the fact of whatever they're tied to in her story. Wait a minute. Does she run an orphanage?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the House of the Hearth, is an orphanage.
House of the Hearth.
And they call her father. Remember when I first said that Arlecchino was a daddy?
I was about to say, you did call her, you called her daddy for the record, everybody.
I did. But that's why they call her daddy, is because her actual name to the children of House of the Hearth is father.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. But she does run an orphanage.
The way the story was portrayed, it almost looked like their kids are either being threatened or at some point the orphanage gets burned. Just my theories.
Well, kind of both. But
wow, Fontaine's gonna suck.
Well, so right. the children are from her past before she became father.
Oh, so that's why she runs the orphanage because of her past, probably.
Correct. She was part of the House of the Hearth, and then something happened and she began to run the House of the Hearth.
Okay.
So I hope you liked that video. I am going to have Mac around to react to the other 3 OSTs and my favorites because, like I said, I have seen all of them. I love all of these OSTs, so he will be in there reacting to the next 3. So that way you guys have some a first-person kind of listening point of view, right? So if you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and let me know what you think of Arlecchino's OST.